Hey, what's up, guys? It's Felstrix again. I'm coming to you today with the Chenvala video that I did. Ended up winning. It was pretty fun. I had a good time making it. It was a learning experience because I didn't get to the end in the normal way that you would think with Chenvala, playing elemental straight from the beginning and stuff. I had to get a little creative with it, and I ended up pulling off the W. Well, here's the video. Enjoy, like, and subscribe. Thanks for checking it out with me, guys. Alright. It's going to look a little different than normal because I had to get this video pulled from one of the, I think it was Firestone, recorded the play for me as I did it, so have to get it through here. First turn I pulled the Murloc and the Murloc Scouts so that I could have the little 1/1 as a token to sell back either next turn or the turn after. Here I get the Elemental, keep it for 3. Bring it out. I'm trying to decrease the amount of stuff that I get up there, get myself more tokens. Next turn I'll get 3 gold for a level up, and then I'll have the token, so I'll be able to sell the token, level up, and get a new creature at the same time. Yeah, I did end up getting elementals. I got my first elemental here, the Molten Elemental. I like getting this early on because it's a +1 health for every elemental I play. But yeah, early on I just took the Murlocs because you get basically 2 creatures for the cost of 1. It ends up costing you 1 gold when you sell it back, same as the Elemental. I was just kind of going for value there. And then at this point, I start getting a few elementals and stuff, start building towards reducing my gold upgrade cost and growing my creatures so that when I start getting into the later turns, I can start getting triples and things like that. Pirates are in play, so early game, you always think about maybe getting a gold grubber so that you can boost him throughout the full game. At this point, I really thought people were just buying elementals to keep me from getting them because of Chenvala and all that. They know that I'm going for the elemental. But strategy and stuff, I guess. Whatever. Another elemental. So at the end of the day, if you're looking at a purely like stat cost, the elemental is really good because it's just 1 gold for 2 stat increases. Whether you use them now or later down the road, it doesn't matter. But I end up doing pretty well early game. I think it isn't until later game that I start really kind of having to try and adapt and think about how I'm managing things, how I'm doing things and whatnot. That's a win. Cool. And at this point, we're going into turn 5. Upgraded to tavern tier 4 at turn 5. I feel like that's pretty good. Then I got my crackling cyclone, I think is what that's called. Which, if the way I play it is if I'm able to get a major Domo, I always boost the crackling elemental. I just feel like if you get a gold in him, the ability for him to get at least 2 hits at a really high damage output is good. That's just how I feel about it. I'm not sure if that's what the meta says or how you're supposed to do it, but and I feel like I got pretty lucky with this attack because I think I had enough health with most of my things that I was able to avoid the attack from the bombs for the most part. And that's another reason I really like the Molten Elementals is I've had these guys now going on 9 turns, 7 turns, something like that, 7, 8 turns. And with the Celementals especially, you get multiple increases in their health. I mean, their attack points aren't great, but they can take a lot of damage and kind of carry your team early on. And this is where I get my first gold. I get the gold Molten Elemental. Tavern tier 5. And I pull the light something or whatever, but I pulled her because I get stats every turn. +2/+2 to somebody. I got my Major Domo. So between the Major Domo and the light thing, that's a good amount of stats every turn. The Major Domo is elemental only. I think it's a Life Forge Protector or something like that. I'm not sure. I'll have to figure out the name and give it to you appropriately at some other time. But it's +2/+2 to a friendly minion. So that's +2/+2 to anybody on your team, which, if you're playing all elementals, that's just good. And then I get another Major Domo, which, if you can get 2 Major Domos, or even you can get a gold Major Domo, that can potentially be a game changer. And then I buy that guy because you freeze and you get a elemental in the thing. So then I buy the free refresh. I got 3 gold, so a free refresh for 3 gold. Then I sell him, refresh 1 time, and no luck. So I play the second Major Domo, and I boost my Crackling Cyclone on the end. He's getting up there pretty good. He's like a 12-10 now. And this is why I like him. Or he's 13-10, so he did 13 to the 1, 13 to the second. They're both out of the match. He's still alive. Now they attack my Molten Elemental. He's still alive. Elementals definitely aren't as good in this patch as they have been in previous patches. Or expansions, whatever you want to call them. I call them patches. You kind of have to get pretty lucky early game to really boost elementals quite good. And then you have to get to tier 6. 5 and 6, but 6 for that Lord Gar. He's insane if you're playing a full elemental deck. There's my gold Major Domo. I know that's not his right name, but that's what I call him. I call him Major Domo. So I see what I discover for tier 6, and I buy him because he's really the only thing of value there. So if I need a gold, I have a gold. Now, I don't have enough gold to buy anything, so I save that. I play that guy, and then I'm going to sell him next turn. I buy my 3/3 guy, +1/+1 to everybody. Or I guess I bought him this turn. With the quality of the video, it's hard for me to see exactly how much gold I have in the corner. So if I make mistakes, forgive me. All of my videos aren't this grainy and terrible. Just so happens to be the recorder I had to use for this one. After I played it, I was like, oh man, that was a good match. So at this point in the match, I start thinking it'd be really nice to get a gold grubber, but it's also kind of late in the game too because there's only 4 of us left, so it's kind of a coin toss. If you get a gold grubber, it's only +2/+2 each turn, so I pass on the gold grubber. I pass on Nomi. At this point, I'm just looking to buy things that are going to give me stats on my Crackling Elemental on the end and give me stats on my Molten Elemental at the front end. I'm just looking to boost my guys because at this point they're getting, the Crackling Elemental is getting +4/+4 from the Major Domo. So every one of these guys that I play is 4 stats. If you can play 3 or 4 of those in a turn, your guy gets beefy really quick. And then, of course, with the Elemental, that's just free stats. And I haven't gone to tier 6 yet. I'm being lazy about it. I know. I should have been tier 6 last turn or the turn before, but... Now here, Fungal Mancer Fagurgalurga Burgalurger, whatever his name is. I don't know what happened with his Murlocs, but I was really lucky because there's no poison on any of them, and that poison is just ridiculous. There's no stats that can overcome it. I mean, if you're lucky and you can get a couple of good hits with your Crackling Elemental and take out their big health Murlocs with the 2 hits that you'll get off of it. Yeah, but Elementals don't have Divine Shield. So it's only Divine Shield minions that can play it, which there's a couple early on. Then there's the Mech Divine Shield. Couple dragons have Divine Shield. There's ways that you can build a deck to give all of your things Divine Shield, but you kind of have to be thinking about that a lot sooner than I was. I just picked up a Lord Gar and a little rag this turn, so my guys are going to get beefy pretty quickly. But that's the thing I think that I thought about this match, that I really thought it was pretty good because, like, if you look at this person's elementals, they've got the Jin, and they've got a Nomi, and they've got quite a bunch of big elementals, but they just didn't scale well enough. But again, I'm playing Chenvala, so I don't know. It's kind of like cheat mode with elementals if you can get them. You can climb to tier 6 so quickly. And I don't know, it's just clearing the board, sweeping it up. And that's another thing that really frustrates me when we get to late game is all of these minions from the people that have died are back in the pool. I know it's like a first world problem, but you get no elementals, so you can't boost your Gars and you can't boost your other characters and stuff because you got nothing coming in to boost them with. And I don't know, a lot of the meta players out there say that elementals aren't where it's at and stuff like that, but in this here match, the top 3 people were elementals. So they're still good. They're still viable. You just got to play them, and you got to have some luck with what you're getting, pull the right draws. Board management's good. It has to be really good because this guy here, we come down to a draw. I don't know. Not so much Murlocs don't require luck. Murlocs, you're just looking for poison. And you're almost guaranteed to get 2 or 3 poisons with Murlocs. And I just got the 3rd Crackling Elemental in my list there, which I think that's what gives me the edge to be able to beat this other guy, because this guy's going to do 4 hits with his health and power being what they are at like 63 or 64 points or something. It just 2 hits at 61 guaranteed if he can't do the damage. And then I take an Amalgadon because why not? It gets some health. So I think I end up selling it off either this turn or next turn. But he has a gold crackling cyclone also, which he does a number on my team. You can see he wipes out my stuff. But then here comes my crackling cyclone, and I just start laying waste to his team. So 4 hits, I decimated almost his entire line. But again, it comes down to the stats. I don't have the stats to one-shot the guy. So now it's 10 damage, 9 damage. So we go another round. And at this point, I'm just pulling stats to feed the little rag and to feed the Lord Gar, because more defense, more stats is just going to allow me to kill his stuff quicker, get my guys out there faster to slap them around. I feel like the Major Domo and that Crackling Cyclone, especially at gold, is probably one of the biggest cheat mode kind of combos in the game. If you get a Major Domo as soon as you hit tier 4, within a turn or two, I mean, you just start pumping that guy. It gets crazy. It gets crazy. And then this is the round that ends it, so I thought it was interesting. I thought it was a lot of fun. I enjoy playing Chenvala and elements like that. I know I probably didn't do it right. I know I probably didn't do everything the way that it was supposed to, but I got there in the end. We ended up winning. I had fun. I think for me that's the biggest thing. I hope you guys have fun when you play these games. You need no money to invest in Battlegrounds. You can play it free. So give it a shot. Check it out. See if you like it. Thanks for hanging with me for a little while, guys. Felstrix here, signing out with Fel Streams. Like and subscribe, guys.